thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it. We've got some exciting stuff that's going on. I know we didn't really have a call. We kind of punted the call last month, and we were midway through getting our updates and trying to get our gateways out, and it was a lot of stuff going on, and we didn't feel like we had really solid enough updates or anything to really discuss. But you know now I think we are like jamming, so some pretty cool stuff to share with you. So hopefully everyone has received either a new gateway and have had a chance to install that. Or I know even today we did a update, an OTA update, because we finally figured that out after we shipped them, of course. But we made some really good progress. VAR has been working. I don't know how he fits 30 hours a day's worth of work into 24, but somehow he does it. Excuse me. But so along with the new updates, the new gateways, we are currently in productions. Chris, correct. Excuse me. We are going to OTA your gateway. So we'll get with you maybe tomorrow, and if you have time, we can make that happen. So we're currently right now just on an update on our products and where we're at. We're in production. So our factory is they built the molds. We've got the PCB boards, all of the components, and when I say components, I mean each resistor and the PCB boards and the tracing machines and the ES32 chips, and everything is right now being assembled. So we are super excited about that. Way back when we launched this, we talked about our battery sensor. It's taken a lot longer, but good things take a while to make sure you get them right the first time. But VAR has done all of the PCB boards and the enclosures, and we finally got to test our prototype, and it worked flawlessly. It was amazing. So that's now in production. We've gotten so many good things going that we're like, hey, we're in a good spot. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the next products that we're developing and get your thoughts and feedback on that. But I guess I'll pause right there. That's kind of a little bit of an update on where we're at today, and ask if there's any questions about the update, anything that you may have, any comments, anything that you've run into, and then I can kind of go over, or Shasta, if you wanted to, kind of a list of all the different things that went into this last update. So I'll pause and see if there's any comments or questions from the group.
Yeah, Eric and Shasta, this is Chad and Janine. We have a couple questions or things.
Yes.
Um, we got the new gateway. My awesome wife here uninstalled the old gateway, reinstalled the new one, got the sensors all paired with it. And while we're in our RV, we have, obviously the gateway's supposed to have cellular plan,
Yes.
right? And then
Mhm.
we also have the Wi-Fi. We have a MiFi, and we're actually not in our RV right now. We're actually house sitting slash dog sitting for our in-laws this week. So we pulled MiFi over here to use. Since we pulled the MiFi, we have not gotten a single update, and we have no connectivity with the new hub. So did
Okay.
the cellular plan carry over, or is it not there?
No, the su- the it
Could
the
you,
su- oh, go ahead,
oh,
Bar. I
I'm
see you
sorry,
chimed in.
could you please send me on this group message, yeah, the serial number on the back, so I can check and make sure that cellular is activated. It should be active, but I will check, double check.
Is on the back of the gateway?
Yeah, it's on the back of the gateway. There is a QR code. So just take a
Okay.
picture and send this group. So I'll take a look right now.
Okay. I can do it tomorrow afternoon. That's when we'll go back to the camper again. Because we're at the house sitting today, and then we'll head up tomorrow to check on things and that type of stuff. So I can send it to you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Just
And
send us email,
Okay.
so now I will check.
so let me ask you a question.
Okay.
So you're connected Wi-Fi through the MiFi
Yes.
today, and you're able to
No.
access.
No. We were until we pulled it over here on the 22nd, and then since the 22nd, we haven't
We've got no data since
no
the
data,
22nd.
no updates, no connectivity from here.
Okay. And then when you look in your app on the SmartHub, does it tell you if it's still connected to the MiFi or if it's giving you any bars or just screenshots of that stuff? We're going to look into it.
Okay.
But any of that
Yeah, I
information.
mean, so on the app, where could we look to see if it's
Offline.
Oh, offline it says. Okay.
Everything's offline right now.
Oh, so
Okay.
it's in your app? Did you onboard your gateway on the app?
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go to the menu and go to the manage devices all the way top, so you should be able to see the device serial number. Can you write down?
Or
Oh,
just
okay.
screenshot.
Okay. Yeah, I can send that to you.
Yep, we got it. Yep. And yeah, we did it all. It was working till we pulled our MiFi and came over here with that. And now it's not. So
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. No, we'll get it figured out.
Okay.
Wasn't there a new way to connect to the Wi-Fi as well? So we want to make sure that they've connected that way, and then how is that connection? So-
When we installed it and reconnected it to the Wi-Fi, it was working great. I mean, it was every sensor was going. The door was telling us, like, when we opened it, when we closed it, it was an alarm was sounding. Everyone's saying tamper. Or I have a screenshot of it, but it was some other code that we weren't sure what that was about.
And then we got a message when we weren't there that it was open, but no, there was nothing sending us a message saying it had been opened. It was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Like, we didn't get an alert. It just
We didn't
showed
get
up
an alert. Right.
on the history as being that the door had been opened,
Right.
and that it said tampered or something.
Yeah.
For the door, but I mean, we figured that could have just been how the connection or something.
Yeah,
we
so
get some strong
tampered on the back of the sensor, the part with the batteries in it, there's a little bitty black button. And what that is there is that if somebody was to let's say they took both of them off at the same time and were still connected, it would still show closed, but you're getting tampered. Somebody tampered with the sensor. They took it off.
Okay.
So it could be loose. It could just be a glitch. Could be, but we'll
probably failed from the door.
Or it could have, it could have fallen. So, but that's what tampered means for everybody. It means that the switch was it went out because it felt like the sensor was falling or off the door or something like that.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, the vibrated because they're still there. But what else, Jess?
Let's see. The only other thing that we had, this was just more of a question or suggestion or something. So we own 2 campers. And so we like to, when we're in, we take it to whichever camper we're in at the time. So when we originally got set up, we set it up for our drivable Class C. Right now we're in our travel trailer, but we still have to have everything on the profile set up as our, we still have it all set up as our Class C, because I tried to add a second profile so that we could just do that, but it wants you then to subscribe to a new subscription. So I don't know if there would be a way to have it so that for those of us that bounce between campers, that we could maybe turn off one camper profile and turn on another profile, so we can just use one plan, or if you always have to have 2 plans for 2 campers.
Gotcha. No, I mean, it's the plan is really based off of the gateway, right? So if you're moving the gateway, it sounds like it'd be some way that you could just change like the visual and the name or something. Well, it's not in the works today, but we'll
Oh,
put
no
that
worries.
on like where could that fall in our development plans and lists. So it's a good idea though. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's it.
Awesome. All right. Well, if you can send that stuff to us,
Yes.
we'll get it figured out. And did you update the app? What's the
Mhm.
version on your phone that you have?
We actually just, when you mentioned that there was an update, we just updated
We just did it.
Okay.
We literally just did it right. Uh-oh.
Do you see?
Uh-oh.
So
Where do
I
I look
just
for the version?
I just
version 1.0.8.
yes. I just want to tell you about that when you're moving from the one RV to another RV,
Mhm.
so you will be able to rename your RV name. But if you wanna, if for another RV, if you wanna add another gateway, if you add a second gateway, then you have to add subscribes for the second
Right.
gateway. So,
Right.
but
I just know that if I change the name, though, it's still going to say it's a Class C. And not that it really matters.
Not that it
but-
matters, but like we had already
okay, so
picked
you wanna change the class of the RV,
Yeah.
not the
Yeah,
main
we'd have
RV
to.
name.
It's a travel trailer, which isn't even an option, so we'd have to pick fifth wheel. But yeah, and I was just, to me, that's just logical for me to do that. But I mean, I could just change it and then just
right because we had
Right.
chosen the Class C like picture and we had put where we put our sensors, but then when we switch it to the travel trailer,
then
it
don't
doesn't.
need
And
that.
actually, there's not an option right now for a travel trailer. There is a fifth wheel, but not a travel trailer.
Yeah, so then we just left the sensors as it was when we originally set it up, even though we put them in different spots in the travel trailer.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
So
All right.
first world problems, but
Yeah.
So would that mean that they would need extra door sensors? And then when they were, because if you keep on removing it, would that affect the back of the stickiness?
So,
we
well, and that's why I think sometimes I don't get super concerned about the door thing if it acts up a little bit, because we did kind of cheat the system. We use that museum putty.
museum putty.
We put a thin layer of museum putty on and stuck it to the door so we can take it off without affecting
ripping it.
Yeah, ripping it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I wonder if there's some sort of Velcro solution. Yeah, we could put that on the
Yeah,
list.
probably too. That too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're actually about to shift. We're going to probably be in the travel trailer for 2 to 3 years and not really using our Class C. Shortly I got an opportunity that's going to move me across the country. So we'll be out in New Mexico, West Texas for 2 to 3 years. So
Okay.
yeah. So
Congrats, I guess.
Yes.
Maybe. I'm not sure. All right.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. Yeah. So
Good deal.
yeah.
All right. Any other feedback? Dennis, I saw you came off mute.
Yeah, I've got a few things. First, I guess to give you some compliments, I noticed a big difference in the old unit and the new one on just getting it to do stuff. The old one, it seemed like I would have to tap the button a dozen times where it finally would take it.
Yeah.
And and that's what I had to do to remove it from the system this time. And finally, it would take it. I wouldn't do anything different. I just do it over and over and over. The new one, it took it instantly, loaded the QR codes fast. It loaded the sensors fast. So that was all a great experience there. Whatever you did to upgrade that. I am still having trouble with. I never was able to get the original one to connect to the Wi-Fi, and this one's causing me trouble too. So I don't know if there's a video I should watch, or maybe I'm not pressing the button right on the back of the unit. I don't know, but if there's a video on how to do the Wi-Fi, I need to look for that.
Okay.
And then also just circling back to what you asked a bit ago, what app version should we have now? I looked at mine and it's got a 12 on the end. So
Yes, you are using Android.
that's right.
That's the latest for Android version. Yes, for iOS it's a
Okay, good.
1.0.8. For Android is a 1.0.712.
Okay, good. And that's all my feedback for right now. If I can get somebody to help me with the Wi-Fi or point me in the right direction.
Yeah, Dennis, I thought we had a video for that. But we'll add that to the email. It's on the Facebook page, but we'll add it to the email recap of this as well.
Okay, yeah, because I know there was some confusion on the power button before and whether you tap it very quickly or hold it for a little bit or
Yeah.
whatever. I thought maybe there was something like that on the Wi-Fi too.
No, we've changed the Wi-Fi onboarding a little bit. The app should walk you through it, but if not, we're gonna help you out and make sure you get on there.
Okay, great. That's all I got.
And Dennis, did you have the Cummings generator, the
Great.
ORAN or
Yes, and so what I that was one of the main reasons I originally came and talked to you, Hershey. And so I know last time you said that that might be baked into this version, but I wasn't sure. Do I do add that like a sensor, or how do I get to that function?
Uh,
yeah,
yes, if
Bar,
you
go ahead.
yeah, so the Cummins generator, so you have that Cummins ECAJ plus gateway, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can onboard now scanning the QR code on a Cummins generator. So you just go to the add sensors and you choose the and you scan the QR code. So you will be able to onboard the Cummins generator and follow the steps. So you need to set up the new password and it will give you the step by step to finish, including adding your generator version.
So is there a QR code you're saying on the generator
No,
itself or on the little box that's the controller or
yeah, the little box that is the Cummins. They when you purchase from the Cummins, they give you the little black box, right?
yes. Yeah.
Those this little black box, they have a QR code on a box.
Okay.
So
Hopefully
all
I
you
didn't
gotta
install that in a little hole where I can't see it anymore, but I'll have to go look.
Yeah, so it's better to take a picture and keep it in your photos. So and it's gonna you're gonna need that in any way. So in the future, so but yeah, you need to scan that QR code to onboarding.
Okay. And but you do it through that button about add a sensor.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah, we have not had a chance to make a video for that just yet, so we'll work on that as well. Now, not every single function is ironed out, but we definitely it will turn on the generator, will turn off the generator. Um, Var, what other
it's
options are enabled right now?
yes, it's almost everything is enabled except the quiet time preference.
That
So
okay, yeah.
that's the only thing we are working right now to fix it. When you try to set the quiet time preference, and it will not basically, it will say failed. So that's the only thing. But the rest of the application, you can, if you have a temperature sensor from the Cummins, then you can onboard the temperature sensor as well. Because when you purchase that each Cummins box comes with a once temperature sensor as well. So you can
Yes,
onboard the temperature sensor too. And
that's right.
yes, that's
And
the basically the only the quiet time preference is not working and at this moment. So, but we'll get this fixed as soon as possible.
okay, yeah, the main thing I was looking for was the remote on-off feature in case there's a power failure with short power or something, then I can get back online with it. So good.
And also, if I can recall, so you have a power watchdog too, right? You have a power watchdog.
I'm so I couldn't quite understand what you're saying. What
The
did you ask if I had?
Power
Power
Watchdog.
watchdog.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, you can onboard your power watchdog as well. So
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
and yeah, the power watchdog, you have a QR code on a top of the power watchdog. So then you will be able to scan the power watchdog and onboard your power watchdog. So you have 50
Okay,
amp or
I'll do it.
30 amp.
It's a 30 amp.
Okay, yeah.
It's a class C. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as you
Okay,
see,
good. I'll try that.
we're super excited about all the new things that are coming out. Um, yeah, so we're still working on the battery voltage. That it works, it's great. We're just producing them right now. So just kind of an update on the what changed. So new Wi-Fi, new way to onboard Wi-Fi. The Cummins rate generator, the ECAGS Plus. No, it's so hard to say. I don't for me anyway. So that's ready to go. The Power Watchdogs, the 30 amp and 50 amp, is that right? Not this latest version that just came out, but the two prior, or is it just
Yes,
30 amp bar?
that's correct. 30 amp and 15 amp, not the latest one.
Yep.
Latest one is a Wi-Fi built-in, so the latest one we are working on it now, right now.
Yeah, and just overall app smoothness, responsiveness. So I'm glad to hear a lot of Dennis, what you said about it, being responsive to your touch and updates and all those things. So we're like just super excited about all those things. The if you if you have automatic updates on, as we do more releases with the software, you won't have to do anything. If you don't, for on your phone, if you don't have automatic updates on, you will have to go to the App Store and say, hey, update the app. And as long as you are had the unit plugged in and it's powered up, when we do over-the-air updates, those will automatically download as well on your firmware. Um, all right. So, any other feedback or questions about the gateway?
Eric, I just had a question. I see that Joel and Christina Braun was on, and there was a message that they were having problems powering on the gateway. I just wanted to see if they were able to get that powered on, and how did that go?
Yeah, we were able to get it powered a couple minutes into the call now. Just got all the sensors set up and trying to power back on the bedroom secondary temp sensor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is definitely one of our first changes that we made is moving to a switch versus a button on all the, our production units going forward. So we'll hopefully that won't be a widespread issue once we have the switch, because the button is confusing. How long? What do you do? Press it, don't press it, wait. Yeah, so we get it. But I'm glad it's powered on. Let us know if you have any other issues.
The
Okay.
temperature sensor secondary, is there power on process for that? Like, how long do you press the power button? If you guys don't have that off the top of your head, I'll keep trying.
The temperature sensors, when you click and hold, you should be able to see that the green light it start blinking like a blinking. As soon as you see the green light is blinking, then you can release. So it takes like about a 5 second when you press and hold. It takes like
Got
about
it.
5 second to start blinking green.
Okay. Yeah. Nope. It's just started. Perfect.
There we go. All right. Um, well, I have a couple things. If there's no other questions, I'd like to get your feedback on a couple items that we're working on. All right. Cool. So one of the things that we've heard from folks, and maybe I'd like to maybe understand what will be your most preferred features, is cameras, video, right? Being able to install a camera and open the app and be able to see video, and or is live video more important? Is being able to go back and see previous days important? Two-way communication through the camera important? Are there any camera features that you have used? Because that's like one of our next roadmap items. What would be important to you and features to have in a camera? Or camera's important?
Eric, Eric, I'll go.
Yeah.
We well, that's another topic because we have a ring, but we don't
Mhm.
use it. We have cameras on our sticks and bricks place, our condo, and although we could use a subscription to like record and go back, I find for me sometimes when we're not there, it's important for me if we get a notification somebody's walking by or at our door or set a sensor up. I go and I just do live view just to kind of give it a quick glance, verify whether it's something I need to look at or not, and I turn it off. I'm not so concerned, me personally, with the the recording or the memorialization of it. But that's me. But that's the way I use ours more than not.
Right.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So for camper life though, it's kind of the same thing. If somebody
Right.
has to show up at the door, you could find out what's going on because it might be nice. It might be a nice feature if, heaven forbid, we shut off the water pretty much every time we leave the rig. But say we forgot and there was a water issue, and somebody comes knocking at your door to try to tell you that they see water pouring out or something. You could at least interact with the person to find out that there's an issue if you don't have like a water sensor or something
Right.
else in your rig.
Right. And like just the other day, we had somebody that rang our doorbell, and I actually I do like the feature that I can click and talk to them because they don't know whether you're inside or not. I clicked it. I'm like, I interacted and don't know whether it was nefarious or not, but they went on their way and that was it. So the same thing could happen at a campground too. You never know, and just being able to hear somebody might deter somebody and make them move on. So
Look, those Girl Scouts are ruthless with those cookies. They're just going to keep coming back.
so anyway,
So a couple of things. Okay, alerts, live view. Thanks, Chris. Storage review. Internal cameras or outdoor cameras like ring. Yeah, I think both. We're looking at something that is call it waterproof. It's got an IP66 rating. So they'll be out in the elements. You could use for either or. With what for the RV space, what kind of mounts? Like magnetic, screw in, suction cup, bean bag, suction cup.
No,
Okay.
something that attaches. I think our struggle is with the way that it moves around and the walls being so weird. Something that attaches firmly. So nothing that can too easily be taken down. We use suction cup mounts before and they just don't often stick. So I think if you could have a variety. So if there was a way for you to have like multiple options for people, might be a good idea. And then I was just going to say, we currently have a camera. So the live is really important for us. We use it for our dogs. So our hope with this system was actually to monitor our dogs when we're not in the camper. So having that live view, and then if there is a way to, the camera we currently use does let us speak to like, so we'll basically, if we see the dogs doing something naughty, we'll just be like, hey, stop it. Um, and it just makes them like go, oh my goodness, someone's watching me. They're dogs after all. They're not actually hearing me. They're just hearing a robot voice from the corner. But having something where we can at least say something, it doesn't have to be a great feature or a communication back and forth, but for us to communicate to it, would be an awesome feature.
Okay. Awesome.
This is Dennis. We're almost exactly the same thing trying to monitor our pets. We use the WYZE cameras, and they're pretty good as far as no subscription and so forth. But that'd be good to have it tied in. And I would say that on mounting, we've had pretty good luck with the magnetic. And then when you're not moving and you're stationary, we suck it to a can of soup or something just to weight it down so it's not going to move around in the kitchen or something. But just it's not good just sitting on the counter itself.
Yeah, you got to go baked beans. Those are like the heaviest cans. No, those are all great. So, all right. So yeah, I can see there's a lot of different ways and we'll likely have to have like one standard mount and then whatever, you could probably add a this or that or okay. No, that's good. That's all great feedback. And then I think there was a question like a dash cam. I don't know that we've talked about like a dash cam for RVs, but that's a really good idea as well. Um, we'll have to look at that and add that to like the camera roadmap. Okay, very cool. All right. So the next here, actually, what I wanted to do, let me share this. Let me pull up the pictures here. There we go. Um, I'll show you a brief image. This is just kind of a stock image of what we've been looking at. Um, let's see, screen one. Yeah, let's see. Share this again. So as you can see, it's a camera. It's got the infrared, so it'll be night vision. I believe we're working with our manufacturer with mics and different things. So we're a lot of the stuff that you guys talked about. We had anticipated or thought of and thought it would be good. The mounts that was something that we probably use a lot of the feedback that we just got here to figure out what options to include. So that's one of the products. Now, this next product that I want to talk about is something that we think is really cool. So can you guys all see that?
Yes.
Belter? Okay. So this is a Valterra valve controller. So you can either, if you have Valterra valves, or you'd like to do automatic valves for your gray and black tank, you will be able to buy this and connect to your existing Valterra valves because they plug right in, plug and play, and then connect this to your app and be able to control those right from the app, which we think is pretty cool. We're also working with them on just a direct OEM replacement. If you have their switch box already, just unplug and plug in. So VAR has really done some great work on these items. So I just wanted to get your thought. I know not everybody has the Valterra valves, but if you had something like this, is this something that you'd be interested in maybe adding? If cost was no, if you weren't thinking like how much does it cost, is this something that would appeal to you guys to be able to automatically dump those from your phone? Anybody? No? Maybe?
Yeah, I just put it in the chat, but I think it's a great idea. Um, you know, sometimes you hear people talk about when they're taking a shower and all of a sudden their gray tank is full. It'd be great if they could just like reach out, grab their phone and hit the button.
That's actually what
See their
came to
tank.
mind with me too. The same thing that she just said, that moment when the water just looks a little awkward.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That level, that
Yep.
uncomfortable level rises. But yeah. If I can have just a couple seconds, I wanted to chime in about that previous comment about the cameras. There was a product that I was reviewing, and it had a suction cup on it. But the way the suction cup worked was you stuck it to the surface, and it had a really tight twist lock. And what that did was it pulled the suction. I'm really hoping I'm getting this across. It really adhered that mount to whatever, and it wasn't coming down. So that might be something you might want to take a look at. It's just a suction cup, and then you twist the lock, and you can just feel the connection just take place. It's really good stuff. So that's all I wanted to say. So I'm going to mute now.
No, awesome. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, so those are two of the new products that we're developing. We still we're really close on our CO2 listener. We are super close on our leak detectors, and there's so many cool things that we're doing. We're talking to some of the other manufacturers out there. We have a line on TPMS integrations. We have a line on uh, radar. So if you got to see the Fathom radar system, we're talking about integrating with them for the tank levels. They use a radar sensor that was really cool. We talked with them in Tampa. They had like a whole little tank set up with fish in it, and it's a really cool system. From what I can tell, it's probably one of the most reliable ones. Installing it may be a little difficult because of where you have to put their radars, but man, it looked pretty slick. So we got a ton of integrations that we're continuing to work through. So I'm excited that the new release is working well for everybody. We will continue to welcome your feedback, good, bad, whatever it is. It's just going to make our product better. So we really appreciate it. We have another product that we're really working towards, and that's like an integrated refrigerator. So Dometic, I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with that company. Having the ability, like the ones that go kind of under the rig, or really, I mean, any of the refrigerators, but being able to monitor the temperature. It's gonna count how many eggs you have left. No, they won't do that, but it will. It will tell you whether or not you've got a good cool temperature in there. So we're working on a lot of things like that. And so that's another one that I'll just ask for feedback on. Like, is that something that you could see that would be valuable to consumers? Is that refrigerator integration?
100%.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Eat and better if it'll tell you how many eggs you have, right?
Yeah. Freezer and reefer.
Okay, perfect. Um, so good, 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 good. Switching gears just a little bit. So we know that at some point in the near future, depending on when you activated your device, that you're running out of your free time. And we really appreciate, and we didn't maybe anticipate, just how long it was going to take, right? Development, and we're building this thing from scratch. So, we really appreciate all of the feedback. And to that end, we're going to make sure that everybody here gets another 6 months in the beta test program of, the monthly service, because man, we appreciate it. Like so many of the things that you guys have talked to us about and helped us is just going to make our launch more successful. So as a bit of just a thank you. That's going to be, we'll add that. We're not sure exactly how that's going to work. We made that decision a little bit earlier today, but we will figure out a way to do that. And I think Josh, are you still on? I know Josh had something.
Yes.
All right, so you had something for the group today. So Josh is our director of marketing. So all the images and a lot of the mock-ups and every emails, and he's the wizard behind the curtain there.
Yeah. So yeah, and I've been on a few of the calls. I don't think I've spoken on one yet. But as we get closer to actually like launching the store and ramping up social media presence and everything, I was just looking to get some more photos and videos from everyone. And so if y'all could just be on the lookout, I'll be sending out an email and posting a link on the Facebook group. That'll just be a little portal to add any any product photos or videos that you have that are a little aesthetically pleasing. We don't have obviously I'm not on the road, I'm in the office most of the time, so don't it's good to have different environments that the product's in. So if you'll just be on the lookout for that, and then yeah, that's all I had.
Awesome. Yeah. So, we talked earlier in the call that, we're ramping up production and we're getting ready to go to market. And so all of these little things that you guys have helped us with has been, absolutely amazing. And, if you have any images that you'd love to share or videos or anything like that, we'd love to have those too. And yeah, Joel and Christina, absolutely. The affiliate program, I've got a bit of a wireframe, kind of worked out. So, it probably, let's say, middle to end of August, I should have, more, things kind of worked out because we're going to figure out and maybe I'll just ask here. There's two kind of models. There's the driving people to maybe one of your sites and they purchase it, or there's the, hey, just purchase from us through an affiliate link, that folks with social media. Do you have a preference, or do you have any thoughts on the best way to do that? I know there's a few different ways, but I'm open for thoughts and feedback on affiliate programs as well. Link for me. Okay. So like our website, blah, 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 slash affiliate Chris Travels or slash affiliate. Okay.
Well, that
All
kind of
right.
works. That kind of works with the partners I partner with. They give me a link and I just type it in the video. They click the link. I don't care where it goes as long as the end user finds what they're looking for. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the month, we get a kickback.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. The affiliate links would usually work best. Oftentimes, especially if you're doing YouTube, those can live on most creators' link trees, and then you have that long-term ROI. It also can help track most people on their link trees or whatever they use to track their stuff. They can see how many people are clicking, and then you guys can help with conversions on your end of how many people are actually purchasing through those affiliate links. So that's probably the easiest way, I think, across everybody, and then it lets people create however they create content to share it.
Okay.
That's exactly true, because the links and QR codes or whatever's generated is nested. So we could send it Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah. You could send it in text messages, emails. You could send smoke signals. As long as somebody can scan it or click it, it doesn't matter, because the link is going wherever it needs to go. And on your end, you could change the destination at any point. If you change your domain, boom, you just change the link, and all our stuff lives. It's green. It's green. It's evergreen.
Okay.
That's how that would work.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, Eric, we like the links, and or even if there was a way to do a QR code that would also serve the same purpose. I mean, we use those.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay. Very good. Yeah, no, we'll work on that. I may reach out to a couple of you guys to talk maybe a little bit more about, percentages and what's a good percentage cut, what's I know you're not going to tell me how much is too much, but what's enough to generate some interest in the program, stuff like that. So
that's a very easy number, Eric.
Yeah, what, 100?
No, it's 25% off the first year in the equipment.
Okay. 25.
And then every time they resubscribe, it's a percentage of that.
Okay.
That keeps them enrolled. That keeps the people still pushing, because I mean, you could do an initial review and then 6 months later, here's my 6 month, experience. Here's my 12-month experience. Here's the new equipment. And then it just keeps living on. And that's basically how it works on the ones that I partnered with.
Okay. And with subscriptions as well? Like the subscription part, Or is that what you're talking about, or off the main unit?
Yes. Once you get well, there is one. I mean, unfortunately I can't mention who it is, but
Yeah, sure.
what they do is they do 25% off the equipment. Say the equipment's $100, I get $25, and then on that first year subscription, I would get 25% of whatever that subscription cost is, because it's always at a promotional rate. You never do your first year at full price because nobody's going to do it. And then the second year, it's just like it could be 20%, it could be 15%, whatever it is, just to keep people interested in it.
Okay.
Or you could just forego the rest of the years, whatever you want to do. It's that initial upfront 25% that usually influencers hunt down, because it takes a lot to make these videos and reviews.
Yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely.
So yeah, and then I do like 45 minutes of recording for a 9-minute video. So but it's nice to get a little kickback. Plus, I mean the services you guys offer is something that I've wanted, for decades. So this is good stuff. And I know a lot of people will get a lot of good value out of it. This is a system I think should be mandatory in rigs, to be honest with you. This is phenomenal stuff. So it'd be no problem hyping you. People will love it. This will change some lives.
Well, that's what we're hoping for, right? Like that's where all of this was born, right? Daisy approved. That's Don and Sandy's dog, and the power went out. They didn't know. Sandy was okay, but that fear and that, oh my goodness, we've got to find something to fix this, to make sure this doesn't happen. And they couldn't find anything that really fit the bill. And so some years ago, I think 4 years ago now, that's where this was born. So this product and this platform and all this stuff is built and designed, and from an RVer's perspective, from somebody who loves technology and wants to make the world a better place, right? For you and the pets. And then along the way, we realized, oh man, there's so many other things that we can do with this platform. That's unfortunately why it's taken so long, but it is absolutely going to be the best thing on the market when we're able to launch it. So I appreciate it. All right.
This is David. I've got something. I'm not really a YouTube influencer, but I find that a lot of times if I go to events, like in September, we're going to a rally at the factory where they made our RV, and everybody that's there is always comparing what have you done to upgrade your RV, so kind of bragging rights. So that's a good time to share, or even sometimes it's just the person camping next to you.
Yeah.
So I would advise you to, when you finally have things the way you like it, and invest in a good high quality video that you can post that gives all the features and a nice overview of everything that somebody could watch in 10 minutes or less. And then that we can refer them to that rather than just say, go to the website.
Yeah, no, I think that's awesome. I think what we could do is do referral codes as well on like cards. And then in those places you could pass out a card with a QR link with your own referral code. And look, we're all about grassroots marketing, and because I 100% believe the way that you grow things is build a good product and have good people recommending them, that through friends and trusted networks, and that's how business goes and lasts and grows, instead of, hey, I'm going to throw tons and tons of money on marketing, and then when everybody gets it, they don't like it, right? So Dennis, that's a great idea. So we'll put that on our marketing plan as well, some type of local referral program that folks like you that go to the rallies, and if you believe in the product and you want to share it with somebody, we'd love that. And by the way, we'd love to give you something for it too. Thank you.
That sounds great. I agree with what Dennis said, because we work or interact with other companies, and they say if you're the CEO or whatever of the company, you can sing its praises all day to customers, but what the potential customers want to hear from is the people that use it and what they really have to say about it, you know. And I think that's, like you said, the grassroots is what really, you know what I mean? If I own the company, of course I'm going to say good things about it. But they want to hear the good, the bad, and the indifferent from, you know, from the daily user. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No,
So
it's
I agree.
that's social proof. I appreciate it. Awesome.
The thing is that also, like with influencers, there comes a point when people don't want to listen to influencers anymore. They want to listen to actual freaking RVers that use this stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, so making a high quality video would be good too, but you know, you also can't be you can't show any kind of bias or happiness, because they're not going to buy it anymore. The whole YouTube's is flooded with influencers now, so that's why, like, I try to separate my stuff from others. And I don't know if there's any other influencers in this room, but they know exactly what I'm talking about. You know,
Oh, yeah.
trying to get your stuff pushed through. So referral codes show that you're really standing behind what you're making, you know. So yeah, just stemming off of that. But I like the good points, though. Good points on that one.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, man, we used this whole hour up. We've got a couple minutes left. If there's anybody else that wanted to add anything or ask anything, it doesn't have to stop here. We've got the Facebook page, emails, right? Like however you want to reach out to us. But we've got a couple minutes if there's any other last minute questions or statements.
Yeah, I just wanted to say congratulations on going into production. That's a huge step, and you should be very proud of the whole team there to make that happen. So congratulations.
Yeah, no, thank you.
That's right, John.
Look,
Congratulations. That is really saying something coming off of John. That one.
I will tell you, you know, hats off to VAR. You know, he is the sole person that's making all the hardware and all the software, and along with everything else that he's doing. So, you know, VAR is our CTO, and you know, this product wouldn't exist without him. I'm just sometimes the pretty face on camera. That's all I do around here. So
I do have a question for you. I don't know if you're working on this or not, because I've kind of been out of touch with things. But what about like a water sensor that can detect if water's moving through the pipe and it triggers the alarm? That way we can go rescue the subfloor.
Yeah, so the leak detector is in progress. There's another one that we've been working on for a separate project that really, like, it's VAR, you'll have to maybe explain it, but it like listens to hear the water or measures it through some type of sensor.
You know, like a water gallon meter where the water runs through and it spins a little hamster wheel and it counts.
Yeah, but the one that we're working on, you wouldn't have to cut, or it would clamp on and register it that way. It is something I don't know that we've really talked about for this product per se, but I know we've talked about it in like a, you know, a residential capacity for some other stuff that we've looked at. VAR, we haven't really put that on the roadmap for this product though, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that'd be pretty
Not
cool.
yet.
Like on where you put your water pressure regulator going
Uh-huh.
into your trailer, your RV, and I don't know, maybe it could double as a water pressure regulator. I don't know. And then I don't know. Just thinking out loud here. That's
Yeah.
what I wanted to pitch. That's the only thing that I think would be very beneficial to, because RVers twitch, our eyes twitch when it comes to the word water. We try not
Yeah.
using that word. So yeah.
So if there's one out there that is Bluetooth enabled that exists today, I'd love, and I'm going to go see if there's any, because we can always, right, tie into their system and add that sensor to our platform. And so I'll look into it. But if you come across any, please send them my way, and we can kind of vet them out and make sure they're good, you know, company, and
Yeah,
see if they
sounds
want to
good.
partner with us.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Yeah, of course. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for all the, you know, congratulations, and yeah, we're super excited. We will send out some information on how we're going to do this 6-month extension, whether or not you need to cancel it, and then we'll send you another QR code, or if we can just extend it on our back end. We hadn't really thought about that, and like, because reoccurring, like we're not going to do that post this, but you guys have done so much help, and we appreciate it. It's a little thank you for all of those things. So thank you very much. All right. Anything else? All right. Again, thank you, everyone. Thank you for attending the call and making our product better. And we will talk soon. Look for some communication, email recap. I'm sorry, Facebook recap of the video. We'll send out some emails on what to do with the subscription, and then a little bit on the pictures and where you can upload that and videos and different stuff. And then Dennis will make sure that we attach the Wi-Fi code. And if you have any issues or need help with the generator, please reach out. And maybe we can get on a small video call or something and help you with that as well.